Alright, well, hi, I'm Karen. In this video today, I'm going to be creating some inspired lip glosses from Fenty Beauty. I wanted to create my own version just to see what I could come up with and just get inspired to do something different and creative, stepping outside of my comfort zone. And these are the colors that I created. And side note, this is what I have on my lips. If you want to learn how I created these Fenty Beauty inspired lip glosses, definitely make sure to keep watching. Alright, well, in this video today, I am going to be attempting to make some inspired lip glosses similar to this. I've actually been playing around. I played around twice trying to create something similar, and I have one more thing I want to try out that was actually an accident, and it actually came out way better than any of the other ones I did. So I want to try to see if I can kind of replicate that accident that I created with another color. All right, so let's just go ahead and jump into it. So this is Mermaid Thighs from Fenty Beauty. This one gives off kind of a bluish purplish glow. It's weird. It's almost like lavender and periwinkle. That's the color I see. Then the next shade is Vacre, and this one definitely is more of a pink and goldy color. You definitely see a lot of gold glitter pieces in there. You definitely see gold glitter. Initially I was just going to make this shade right here, only because I don't really have a lot of the colors that go with this, but I'm going to do something kind of close inspired glittery like lip gloss, and that's kind of what's in right now, all these glittery lip glosses. I personally would recommend mixing the base first and getting that to melt, because that actually takes the longest, especially if you're not using the microwave and you're using the whole water situation where you put all your ingredients in a heating safe dish like this, and then put it in about a pot that has about 1 inch of hot water in it for this to sit in. And a lot of times you probably have to let it sit in there for about 30 minutes or so, stirring until you get all the ingredients to melt, especially if you are using wax. I would say I saw a lot of lip gloss recipes online, and quite frankly, a lot of them were like liquid. And with something like that, I see how the actual ingredients will settle down to the bottom after a while, and that's not what I'm going for. I want the pigment to stay all up in the lip gloss. You know what I mean? I'm going to be using this Carnauba wax, and I'm going to be using 1 teaspoon. Next one, I'm going to be using castor oil, and I'm going to be using 3 teaspoons of this. And if you want something that's definitely glossy, this was recommended as a good oil, versus if you want a lip gloss that absorbs into the lip, you might want to look into lighter oils. For the next ingredient, I'm going to be using jojoba oil, and I'm going to be doing 5 teaspoons. Ooh. And this mimics the natural oils in your skin, so this is great for skincare, lip care, all of that juicy stuff. And then the next one is 1 teaspoon of coconut oil. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of this fractionated coconut oil. You actually find this in a lot of makeup products, cosmetic products in general. I'm going to go ahead and warm this up. For the Vacre color, I'm going to be using quite a few shades in this. One I haven't tested out before, and that is the Unicorn. I just like the whole flakes thing. I don't know how this is going to turn out in the lip gloss, but I'm really curious to see. So since this is the base color, I'm going to be going in with this Sparkle Rose, and I got all of these shades from TKB Trading. For this, I'm going to be using 1/4 teaspoon. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough, but I definitely want to make sure we are packing a punch with this, because these lip glosses are very pigmented. Keep in mind, these do get very messy, so I highly recommend using gloves. You can get these from the 99-cent store, dollar store, Dollar General, whatever, Publix, Walmart. It gets all up in your fingernails. It's a hot mess. All right, and then for the next one, I'm going to be using the Dash measurement. I bought these from Amazon. These are a lot better because the other ones, these spoons are so big, especially if you're trying to do these more for like yourself. You really need something smaller to measure. we can just turn it up a notch, make it even better. I'm gonna be using this gold glitter. I'm also gonna be using this dash as well. I'm gonna be using the gold fine as well. And let's stop here and mix this up. Alright, let's see what this color looks like. And so far it's looking very pretty. I think we might have kind of lost the pink just a little bit in here. So I'm gonna use just one more scoop of this because I feel like we did lose a lot of that color. And that's the 1/4. And I definitely see more pink in there than I see the gold like the other side. So we're gonna go with this batch. Let's mix that up. It's starting to cool down, so I think I'm just gonna go ahead and dump this whole mixture in there. Why not? And definitely use something that you can smash the pigments against, and that's tall, because one thing I've realized when mixing it in something short like this, it'll get messy real quick. It will get all almost out of the bowl. So definitely get something like this that's tall, wide enough for you to really blend. I recommend blending this until it definitely starts to take shape so the pigment does not settle to the bottom. Ooh, look, it's already forming already. Yeah, see? All right, I'm gonna let this cool down a little bit, and I'm gonna come back to mixing it some more to make sure the pigment does not settle to the bottom. Oh, and then side notes, these are like 2.5 grams. Let's see, that one is 6 grams, and you can buy like a couple of multiples of 2.5 grams. That's what I did with a lot of them. That's 2.5 as well, and this one is 6 grams. So just FYI on how much it was. Okay. So I felt like this had a lot of little like blue shimmers in them, and I wasn't able to find any blue shimmers on the site, I don't believe. And also make sure when you're shopping for these that you're purchasing based on categories. So I'm using these on lips because they have some that are safe to use on lips, safe to use on eyes, and so forth. So I'm going to be using this 1/4 teaspoon again. All right, and because we don't have the blue, I'm going to take it up a notch with this right here. I'm going to use 2 dashes of this, the measurement. I'm going to be using 2 of this dash measurement of blue because the blue is definitely very, very noticeable in this lip gloss. And then for fun, I'm just going to add this cool holographic looking lavender, purple, fuchsia-like shade of glitter to it as well. I just felt like it will make it more exciting. All right, but I'm just going to do 1 of this and that's it. And sometimes you just have to do that. Sometimes you have to just get creative and work with what you have. I'm going to add 2 more of this focus blue glitter. Oh, sorry. And this shimmery holographic purple lavender one is called Adam and Eve glitter. There you go. You can definitely see the blue glitter in there. And then I'm going to take this and melt it and go ahead and do the next batch. Before I do that, let's go ahead and mix this up because it's definitely forming. And I'm just adding a 1/4 teaspoon of this to each mix to hopefully give it a less of a opaque look and just allow the pigment to show through just a little bit more. And then I'm going to add the rest of this pigment to that as well. Alright, I do feel like this formula is a little too runny, so what we could do is add more wax to it as well. Yeah, cause look how thick that is. If you see it, like it snaps right back. Versus this, it's like it's just falling right back down. So I'll definitely say, hey, we need to put more. Yeah, definitely put more wax in it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and add another like 1/2 teaspoon to this one and add the rest over there. And I'm also gonna add a little bit of shea butter to this one now that we have the pigment already in there. Because what I noticed is if I added after, it's almost like it covers the pigment and definitely gives the glossy sheen, because that's what I was struggling with. Even though it looks liquidy, it still wasn't giving a sheen, especially when you add more wax in. All right, so I'm gonna say it's what, about a little over half a teaspoon, but wait to add it after you've mixed in your pigment already. All right, and I'm gonna warm both of these up. All right, so let's see how thick it is. I still think it's a little too, you know, it might be, actually, I mean, it's not bad. All right, I think I'm gonna leave it here, because it's catching enough form where I could put it on top of a lipstick, you know what I mean, and I don't have to worry about it like running. And this has definitely cooled down a whole lot more. You definitely see it getting, you know, firmer. So I'll definitely say this would be good enough right here. And the pigment is actually in the actual base, lip gloss base. So that's actually pretty good. Because like I said, if you don't keep stirring while it's hot, what will happen is it will settle to the bottom, and that's the last thing you want. At least that's not, I don't want to be worrying about trying to mix it in a tube. And I was going to leave just a little bit of room so we can close that off without squeezing it all over the place, messing it up. Oh, and let's make sure we get that glitter off the bottom. I'm gonna let this cool down, keep whipping it up, let it cool down, and then I'll get these into little tubes as well. And then we can do a last test just to see what it looks like on the lips and then go from there. All right, and if you're looking to give your lip gloss a smell other than wax, you can always try peppermint oil and orange oil. Those two smell pretty good mixed together. Depending on the batch, maybe do 5 drops each, especially if you're making one this size, and then 10 drops of vitamin E to preserve as well. First color I'm going to test out this one right here. And I think that turned out pretty nice considering, and it's actually not bad. It's not bad. I don't know how I would feel about wearing that color per se, but ooh, I probably shouldn't have done this one first. All this blue glitter. And let's see what this other one looked like. Woo! This is definitely stronger, and it's definitely, the formula is thicker. So I would definitely say if you want to go this thick, put more wax in the formula. But like I said, you definitely see the blue shimmer, not glitter, but shimmer, and that I did not have to add to it. But color tone wise, we kind of were able to capture that, especially with the blue glitter. Let's see what it looks like side by side. Now, I almost don't see the purple in this. That's kind of weird. I only see like more of the blue. Now that it's out of the, not being swatched. That's weird. Well, and the last one, this is Vacre. Woo! And let's see what the DIY version turned out looking like. More glossy, definitely. Not bad though. Not bad. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. But the lip gloss is definitely, I would say, it's probably a more tricky formula than anything else. Because at least with the lipstick and the chapstick or the highlighter bars, you know you're going for like a thick formula. Versus this, it's like you really have to play around with the texture to get the texture right. But this is looking nice though. It's looking nice. And I do want to test this one out on top of a lipstick, just like kind of you would normally see it in. And this is Chestnut from Wet n Wild. I'm gonna be going in with Ooh from the Makeup Shayla and ColourPop collab. And that's the difference so far, just having it on the bottom. But I'll say use less if you need to, because once you start rubbing your lips together, that shea butter is definitely going to start doing its thing, start melting. So don't use too much, I would say that. But so far, I mean, it looks nice. Anyway, I hope y'all liked this video. If you did, make sure to go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And of course, don't forget to hit the notification bell down below so you can get updates whenever I upload a new video. Anyway, thank y'all so much for watching. I hope this inspired you to go out and create. And I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.